Good night and welcome to Benalmádena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. November 11th is a very special date for the English and French community, as it commemorates the armistice of the First World War. Yesterday in Benalmádena we had an emotional commemorative act with the presence of the mayor.
Parque de la Paloma hosts on Thursday an emotional ceremony on occasion of Remembrance Day, known internationally also as Armistice Day, an event that serves to commemorate the day on which ended First World War with the signing of the German armistice. A small representation of the English, Welsh and French communities of our municipality were present, as well as Benalmádena's Mayor Víctor Navas, also foreign residents Consilman and Deputy Mayor Pablo Centella. The event was presented by Gary Benham, a well-known member in our municipality of the Welsh Society Costa del Sol, who had words of appreciation for the various authorities who attended the event.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Today we're here for the Armistice Day commemoration. I would like to welcome and thank the representatives of different nations, including France, Ireland, the consul from the United States of America, Roberto Aaron, Mr. Dominic Jackson, the Vice Consul of the British Consulate in Malaga.
Among the representation of the foreign community in the municipality, the event was attended by Neil Toplis, President of the Royal British Legion in southern Spain, who read the traditional poem In Flanders Fields.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row. They mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amidst the guns below, we are the dead. Short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
In representation of the French community was Prisca Vanier of the Association Union of French Abroad, who read a poem created by French students of the Versailles Jean Monnet School on occasion of 2017 Remembrance Day events on Paris.
Sur les no man's land défigurés, sur les barbelés rouillés, sur les paysages dévastés, j'écris ton nom. Sur le froid et dans l'effroi, sur la terre détrempée, sur le soleil effacé, j'écris ton nom. Sur les baïonnettes ensanglantées, sur les obus éclatés par milliers, sur les grenades mortifères lancées, j'écris ton nom. Sur les croix de bois des alliés, sur les casques des corps inanimés, sur les fusils des compagnons mutilés, j'écris ton nom. Sur les cigarettes partagées, sur l'amitié pour se réchauffer, sur la perte des frères des tranchées, j'écris ton nom. Sur le bonheur qui s'enfuit, sur les je t'aime au goût amer, sur les lettres d'amour inachevées, j'écris ton nom. Sur les larmes de mère éplorées, sur les cœurs brisés, sur le deuil de l'arrière délaissé, j'écris ton nom. Pour la mémoire de chacun, en souvenir de tous ces hommes tombés, et pour ne pas recommencer les erreurs du passé, je viens ici pour t'acclamer. Paix. Paz. Peace.
Navas highlighted the importance of the foreign community in our town, putting in value the organization of events of this type to keep alive in our memory these events. Today, November 11th at 11 a.m., we celebrate the end of a fratricidal war between brotherly peoples. Let this recognition serve as a tribute to honor all the people and families who suffer this conflict and to appeal to the responsibility of society as a whole to build a better world. in which a war of these dimensions will never occur again. A war is the failure of politics, dialogue, and communication. The society that lived through the First World War went through many hardships and difficulties. It is important to recall the example of a generation that demonstrated how to rise again after a devastating conflict, thanks to the desire to overcome hardships, building a better society. Remembrance Day, also known as Poppy Day or Armistice Day, serves to remember the sacrifices of the armed forces and civilians in times of war, specifically since the First World War. It is generally commemorated on November 11th, the day on which the First World War fights ended, a day marked by the sound of the bagpipes or the image of the remembrance poppy, which has become a hallmark of this day.
The students of the Hotel and Catering School La Fonda participated this week in the Responsible Service Program, receiving training to promote a safe and healthy leisure, preventing drug addiction.
Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga held a press conference last Friday at La Fonda School Hotel to report on the development in our municipality of the Responsible Service Program. This action is carried out in our municipality within the Cities Against Drugs program, which is carried out through a collaboration agreement between the Health Ministry of the Andalusian government and Benalmádena's City Council. Its goals are, on one hand, to provide tools to people who will work in the hospitality sector to function as health agents, and on the other, to reduce the risk associated with drug use that may occur in the hospitality premises. Responsible Service is a national program for drug addiction prevention in the hospitality sector, part of the National Plan on Drugs promoted by the Ministry of Health and the Hospitality and Catering Spanish Federation. This training was attended by 30 students who are currently studying in this hospitality school. With this training, we seek to encourage the implementation of a series of good professional practices that promote the enjoyment of a safe and quality leisure in the municipality. From this consistory, we want to thank the willingness and welcome shown from the first moment by La Fonda when offering this training to its students. They work with concepts like basic information on alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs, as well as reducing the risk associated with its consumption, the concept of responsible alcohol dispensing, guidelines for action in conflict situations in the context of leisure, and the code of good professional practices in the hospitality sector.
The Innova building celebrates soon its 10-year anniversary, and the government team keeps enhancing its facilities. Now a new series of improvements has been made, like the installment of table tennis equipment.
Youth Councilwoman Marisabel Ruiz and Sports Councilman Joaquín Villazón visited last week the Innova building facilities to report on a series of improvements and new activities that this municipal space is incorporating in view of the celebration of its first 10 years of history. In December, we will celebrate the Innova building 10th anniversary with a series of performances. We already start the improvement of the facilities in 2019 with the creation of a calisthenics area and a mini basketball court, and in 2022 we will begin work on the new access that will connect Avenida García Lorca with the Arroyos Library, in addition to completing the project to carry out a small extension of the skate park that will allow the incorporation of the surf skate modality, an extension of the calisthenics area, and a new climbing wall installation, another of the activities that has taken off in recent years. Today we present the realization of a series of improvements and new facilities in the Innova building, such as this new table tennis table. Ruiz thanked one of the bidders for Innova activities, specifically the head of the flamenco workshop, as it has been the promoter of the installation of mirrors in the multipurpose room. This addition adds up to a package of improvements that we are developing in the Innova building and its surroundings. We have painted the multipurpose room, a space of great demand which hosts loads of activities that need a makeover, in addition to installing some mirrors, thus meeting a demand of users of outdoor sports activities. We appreciate the commitment of the sports delegation and the table tennis club for the Innova, as it means incorporating a new discipline to our leisure and sport offer, thus adding to activities such as aeroflamenco, cross-training, salsa or capoeira. We have highlighted the great work to be done at the table tennis one club in the Innova building, where we understand that it is an ideal place to promote this sport among young people, and the other two in the Malapesquera Beach Oasis, another very busy space with many young people. From the sports department, we are pleased with the work done by Benalmadena's Table Tennis Club, both at a sporting level as well as promoting the quarry, where there is a large number of children playing table tennis. I want to highlight our commitment to promote the practice of more minority sports. It has been done with a recreational purpose, so that people have their first contact this sport, and if they are interested, they can contact the club to sign up for the sports school. Table Tennis Club Secretary Manuel Espinosa, who was also present, spoke on the installation of these tables on the promenade and the Innova building are part of the plan to promote table tennis raised by the club in January. The location is perfect in two emblematic points of Benalmádena, and we hope that this action helps its users to discover the sport.
Third Sector Provincial Deputy Francisco Martín visited Cudeca last week to deliver a plaque and speak about two grants that Diputación de Málaga has awarded to the foundation.
Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga, Health Councilman Juan Carrillo and Third Age Councilwoman Irene Díaz visited last week the Cudeca headquarters in our municipality to welcome the visit of elderly and Third Sector Provincial Deputy Francisco José Martín Moreno to the facilities of the Palliative Care Center. Today we have accompanied the Provincial Deputy on a guide tour with the Cudeca Foundation professionals to learn in situ about the quality of their work. As a City Council, we are very proud that Cudeca works from our municipality and that Diputación shows interest in the palliative care work they do in the municipality and the rest of the province. We always stand by the side of social groups to know and support the work they do, especially in this complicated context of pandemic. From the government team, we always ask the public to collaborate with Cudeca. Any help is little to support the great work and the medical and care quality they provide. The councilwoman explained that they have presented the last campaign from the foundation to the deputy. We have also informed him of Cudeca's new campaign, 1 in a Million, whose proceeds will be used to convert the home of the recently deceased founder of Cudeca, Joan Hunt, into a special care room for children and adolescents affected by cancer and other disease. Cudeca offers its users an environment of high professional quality with a service characterized by its sensitivity and human warmth to care not only for patients in their last trance, but also for their families. Martin highlighted that he wanted to deliver personally this plaque to Cudeca, praising their work and putting in value the grants award to the entity. From Diputación, we wanted to deliver this plaque that we are awarding to all social entities that participated in the 2020 call for grants. Cudeca obtained last year a grant of 20,000 euros by Diputación and also another for the purchase of medical equipment of almost 8,000 euros.
It seems that Costa del Sol is recovering at a fast pace its strength in the international tourism market, specifically with the UK. There has been an increase of more than 500% in air capacity from the period of October to April.
Costa del Sol Tourism President Francisco Salado highlighted during his visit to the World Travel Market in London that the forecast for the next 6 months, specifically from October to April, are extraordinarily positive, given an increase in air capacity of 573% compared to the same period of the previous year, which represents nearly 900,000 passengers flying to our coast. Salado stressed that connectivity with the United Kingdom in the coming months is extremely healthy and gave us an example that London will have direct flights to Malaga on a daily basis, Manchester and Bristol almost daily, with flights daily on 90% of the days. Birmingham, Glasgow, Leeds and Liverpool will offer direct flights to Costa del Sol on 75% of the days. Salado said that Malaga's airport will have recovered all the connections it had before the health crisis. The most outstanding thing is that on each route, the growth of the seats available is in 3 digits. Leading the ranking by seats volume is London, followed by Manchester and Birmingham. According to data from Arena, UK's capital is once again the city most connected to Malaga. The almost 900,000 seats on offer from the UK are operated by 7 companies, and all of them are increasing their capacity by 3 digits. Salado also announced that the tourist boat is already working on new market niches as well as the existing golf, sun and beach sectors and leisure travel, a trip that mixes business with pleasure. Both EasyJet and Jet2.com have announced their growing commitment to Malaga. Jet2.com plans to fly to the Costa del Sol from 10 airports in the United Kingdom and operate 58 flights weekly to Malaga Airport next year. EasyJet has also announced an increase in the number of aircraft stationed at its seasonal base in Malaga from 2 to 5. Meanwhile, according to the Ministry of Health figures, the region has 80% of the population with a complete vaccination schedule and 90% of those over 12 years of age. Based on the data from the regional government's strategic vaccination plan, 100% of people over 60 years of age have had 2 doses of the vaccine. Regarding the rest of age groups, the coverage between 50 and 59 years old is 96% in relation to the complete vaccination regimen. From 40 to 49 years old is 89%, from 30 to 39 years old, 80.2%, from 20 to 29 years old, 80.7%, from 12 to 19 years old, 86% have completed the regimen.
And these are today's headlines. Benalmádena commemorates Remembrance Day. Lessons on responsible consumption. New improvements at the Innova building. Francisco Martín visits Cudeca. Costa del Sol recovers its plane connections with UK. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with low cloudy or clear skies, with temperatures rising locally unchanged. Variable light winds predominantly easterly on the coast. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the week.